Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is Gaming with Sal, and it's been quite a while, hasn't it? I haven't really been uploading to YouTube for maybe a couple of months now, maybe even longer. But honestly, that's a whole different topic for a whole separate video of why I've been gone for so long, which I will cover, like I said, in a future video. However, in today's video, I did want to go ahead and talk about Call of Duty Vanguard. So when it comes down to Vanguard, we haven't really heard a single thing about this game just yet. Well, at least as far as official information goes, right? Because when it comes down to Activision as well as Sledgehammer Games, who, by the way, if you didn't know already, yes, Sledgehammer Games will be developing Call of Duty 2021 this year. But yeah, we haven't really heard from either of those parties about COD 2021. But we have been getting a lot of leaks surrounding this game in the last 24 hours from credible Call of Duty leakers within the community, as well as in-game files from Cold War being leaked, which basically caused the entire cover art for Call of Duty Vanguard to be leaked onto the internet. So we're going to go ahead and talk about everything that's been basically shared across Twitter, Reddit, etc. So sit back and relax, and let me go ahead and break down all of the leaks that have come out in the last 24 hours surrounding Call of Duty Vanguard. So first, let's go ahead and talk about this tweet from Okami Gaming. Now, when it comes down to this tweet, Okami Gaming pretty much summarized all of the leaks that came out in the last 24 hours. However, I do have to give credit to also Tom Henderson, the Ghost of Hope, as well as the Modern Warfare 2 Ghost. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot more leakers out there who contributed to sharing the information as far as Vanguard goes. So if I do find those Twitter accounts as well, I'll go ahead and leave links to all of their profiles in the description below. But basically, Okami Gaming summarized all of the leaks that came from all of these credible leakers, and some of the things that are going to be coming with Call of Duty 2021/Vanguard are dynamic weather multiplayer maps, 24 launch maps across all modes. The game is also going to be historically accurate, and Treyarch will be leading zombies for a second consecutive year in a row. So let's go ahead and first talk about the dynamic weather. So when I hear dynamic weather, right, two things come to mind. One is that we get different versions of a certain map, sort of like how we did back in Black Ops 4. So for example, if you guys remember, we had the map known as Arsenal, then we had Arsenal Sandstorm, and then we had, I think, Contraband, and then we had like this other version of Contraband where basically there was a hurricane going on in the background or something like that. But the point is, we had several different versions for each of the maps in Black Ops 4. So when they say dynamic weather, they could be talking about something along the lines of that. However, according to Tom Henderson, this is going to be more similar to that of Advanced Warfare. And after hearing something like that, one of the first examples that come to my mind is the map Recovery from Advanced Warfare. So if you guys don't really remember that map, pretty much there was two parts of the map, and you would start the match off in the first half of the map, and eventually, like towards the halfway point of whatever match you're playing, you would start to hear an announcer talk about how there is a volcano erupting, and you would actually see the debris from the volcano starting to kind of hit parts of the map. And what you would need to do is maneuver your way to the second half of the map. Otherwise, you're going to be taken out by the volcano. And once everybody reaches to the second half of the map, the first half is not accessible anymore. So it kind of changes the flow of the game a little bit, because you're kind of playing on different parts of the map that are being accessed at different points in the match because of the dynamic weather that's kind of going on this map. So hopefully I explained that correctly or well enough, but basically that's the example that I thought of as soon as I heard Tom Henderson talk about how it's going to be like how it was in Advanced Warfare. So after thinking about all of that, it kind of gets me curious of what they can do in a World War II setting. So I'm really intrigued on how they're going to be doing this. And I don't know, it's kind of a big coincidence that this feature is coming to Vanguard, especially after we saw something similar come to Battlefield 2042. But hey, I mean, that's probably Vanguard just trying to compete with its competitors, I guess. Now, the next thing I do want to go ahead and talk about is the historically accurate part. So as far as the multiplayer goes, we all know that even if they try to be historically accurate, as the life cycle of the game continues, it's going to probably become more and more unrealistic, which I'm totally fine with, because I feel like that kind of adds a little bit of that fun aspect into the multiplayer. But I think what Sledgehammer Games is trying to go for as far as historically accurate goes is that they won't be really censoring anything. So basically, when it comes down to the Ghost of Hope on Twitter, he pretty much covered this by talking about how they're going to be showing stuff like swastikas and just the grittiness of the war that they really didn't show in COD World War II back in 2017, and they're not really holding back on that. So that's really cool to hear, because I know a lot of people were really disappointed back in 2017 when they saw how much Sledgehammer Games was trying to censor everything and kind of hold back on, like I said, the grittiness of World War II. So we're not going to be having that issue here as far as Vanguard goes, once again, according to rumors. Now, the next thing I do want to go ahead and touch upon are the 24 quote-unquote launch maps. So I'll get into a little bit more detail of why I said quote-unquote, but first let's go ahead and talk about how these maps could be scattered across different types of game modes, because we got to remember, gunfight, ground war, and 6v6 could all be returning for Vanguard. We already saw it happen in Modern Warfare, and we already saw it happen in Cold War, so why won't it happen in Vanguard? You know what I mean? So when it comes down to these maps, like I said, they could be scattered across gunfight, ground war, 6v6, so we really don't know how many core 6v6 maps we're going to be getting. And the reason I mentioned 6v6 is because, one, I'm a huge 6v6 multiplayer guy as far as Call of Duty goes, and a lot of people were kind of upset to see the lack of maps for 6v6 for Cold War. So I'm assuming people would want to see a lot more 6v6 maps for Vanguard. But let me know in the comment section below of what you guys think about how these maps could be scattered across these different modes. And I would also like to hear how many maps you guys would want for the 6v6 modes to be there at launch. Personally speaking, I would hope for at the very least that we get 12 6v6 maps, and that doesn't really include any remakes, because I do want new original maps, but we'll just have to see how that goes. And one last thing I do want to go ahead and talk about is that there was talks about how these 24 maps do indeed exist, but that they aren't all going to be coming out at launch. I forgot who mentioned this on Twitter, but once again, it's one of the credible leakers. If I can find out who said this, I'll give them credit, but it is one of these credible leakers that I mentioned earlier in the video. And yeah, there could be a good chance that some of these 24 maps could just be DLC maps and that they're just completed at this moment in time. So once again, take everything that we're talking about today with a grain of salt. Now, when it comes down to zombies, I'm going to go ahead and quickly touch upon this because I'm not really that big of a zombies guy. I know that zombies is an amazing mode, but I just don't play it enough to where I feel like I can talk a lot about it. So basically, yes, Treyarch will be leading zombies for a second year within Vanguard, and I'm sure that because of that, the storyline for Cold War zombies could technically continue on in a different game, which will be, of course, Vanguard. So yeah, we might be getting Cold War zombies year 2, but just in a different game. So let me know in the comment section below of what you guys also think about that. Now, one of the last things I do want to go ahead and talk about is how the cover art for this game has been leaked, and also its official name. So if you don't know already by now, yes, this game is called Call of Duty Vanguard and not Call of Duty World War II Vanguard, because the leaks did previously say that the game was going to be called World War II Vanguard. However, it's just Vanguard. Now, when it comes down to the logo, basically the logo is your typical Call of Duty logo, and then underneath it, it just says Vanguard in a simple red font, and a few of the operators have also been shown on the front cover. Now, the operators for this game have been leaked, and so far only 3 of them pretty much have been leaked. So they are known as Lucas, Polina, and Wade. And when it comes down to the weapons, they have also been kind of leaked. So we have an assault rifle that looks like the STG, and its blueprint, I guess, is named Breacher, and it has an epic rarity. Next up, we have a marksman rifle that's named the Snowstorm, once again epic rarity. And then we have a submachine gun named the Thunderhead that really looks similar to that of the Sten, once again epic rarity. And then it says that all of these weapons have tracer rounds, by the way, and that there is also a weapons pack named the Front Lines Weapon Pack. And then we have a PPSH Mastercraft that's going to be called the Night Raid Mastercraft, and it comes with 10 tier skips. Now, if you want to see the images for the cover art, the operators, as well as some of these weapons, I'm going to leave a link in the description below to where you guys can go and check out these images. I'm not going to be showing any of these images on the screen just because I don't want to be hit with a fat copyright strike or a DMCA strike or anything like that. So I'll just leave a link in the description below for you guys to go ahead and check out. Now, when it comes down to the versions of this game, so far we have the normal version, the Ultimate Edition version, which I don't really know what comes with that version just yet. And then we have the cross-gen bundle, which allows you to basically have this game for both last gen and current gen. And yeah, once again, like I said, if you want to see all of these images, link in the description below. Now, the one last thing I do want to go ahead and mention, you guys, is that although there is a lot of hype surrounding this game that's coming from these Call of Duty leakers, which if you guys already didn't know, these guys are really hyping this game up. I mean, I'll go ahead and show you guys some tweets that some of these leakers have shared on their Twitter accounts, and a lot of them are really amazed or hyped about this game. I'm not sure what information was exactly shared, but it is something that has impressed them. The only thing is, you guys, we have to consider the fact that there will be skill-based matchmaking in this game. And according to, like I said, these same leakers, SBMM, unfortunately, will be the same as it was in Cold War. That right there makes me feel super conflicted, because even if this game has a lot of potential, I feel like most of that potential can get killed because of the strict skill-based matchmaking, which I still don't understand why it has to exist. And if skill-based matchmaking is necessary, which I could see why it would be to a certain extent, why does it have to be so strict? I just don't understand it, and I'm honestly not going to ramble on because I feel like I'm just beating a dead horse here talking about this topic, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys and try to get your thoughts in the comment section below. As far as my opinion goes, I feel like we're in that honeymoon phase where all of these leaks sound cool and where we get kind of excited after looking at some of these leaks with our own eyes, but I'm going to try to stay as realistic as possible, and the best way I can do that is to not form any sort of final opinion until I actually play this game, whether it's the beta or the final version. Most likely the beta, because I do want to go ahead and see how this game is going to be like before I decide to fully purchase it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all of the leaks that we talked about today, and just your thoughts about Vanguard. Are you thinking about buying this game, or at least looking into this game, or are you just planning on skipping out on Call of Duty altogether for the year of 2021? I would love to get your thoughts in the comment section below if you guys want to go ahead and share them. But with that said, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll never miss an upload, and I will catch you guys all in the next video. Take care of yourselves, and bye.